And guys, it's your main man Matt from the DFS 5-pack. Still rocking it solo. It's still Monday, November 29th. Just got done talking some NBA with you guys, so now it's time to talk about some NFL. We got a pretty good game tonight as far as how competitive it should be. Seahawks and Washington football team. Before I get into that, hopefully you guys caught the NBA video or are going to catch it, because I talked about some couple really cool promotions we got going on with Jazz Sports and one of their affiliates, Loose Lines. We've worked with Jazz Sports before, but I'm excited to talk about some new things we're going to have going on with them. And first and foremost, if you join Jazz Sports, you get a no-risk wager up to $1,000 on your first bet. That's crazy. So you get $1,000 back if your first wager is graded a loss. You know, $1,000 if that's what you bet. So really can't beat that. And then as far as Loose Lines go, most of you guys probably aren't familiar with it. It's one of my favorite sites to use. You really get really good odds and lines there. Reduced juice and a bunch of other perks that you get from using that site. And you also get an additional 50% off on your first deposit. So I know a bunch of you guys have been asking me about making more sports betting content. It's coming. So just want to let you guys know that it's coming. And hopefully you guys sign up for Jazz Sports and or Loose Lines and get in on the action with me, because I'm sure excited to talk about it. That being said, we've got NFL on DK to crush tonight. I don't love these showdown slates, but this one's fun. So I'm excited to talk this one out with you guys. And yeah, let's get to it. So interesting that the football team are slight favorites here. Game's basically a pick 'em game. But really the Seahawks are more expensive. That said, it's kind of spread out. It looks like a star-studded showdown slate to me. I mean, a lot of these guys up top are going to be the guys we want. Obviously, can't roster all of them, so let's break down the ones that like are really important. Pulling something up real quick. So give me 1 second. All right, so obviously you kind of want to build depending on how you think this game plays out. The Washington's coming off a couple of really nice wins. They beat Tampa at home, and then it went into Carolina and won. Now they're, back home off the bye as a slight, home. I wouldn't. What's the line right now? Let's check it out. It was pick 'em last time I checked. Seattle's favored by like 1, so Washington's a slight home dog here. I kind of like Washington in this spot. I'm torn who I think wins this game. I think ultimately Seattle's more talented, but they don't look great right now. Washington at home. It should be a good game if nothing else. So, again, all these guys up top look good. Russell Wilson, Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf. I don't see why he's less expensive than Tyler Lockett. I like Metcalf a lot here. I mean, both these teams really struggled offensively. Lockett was good last week, and he's been good 2 out of the past 3, but still, give me Metcalf over Lockett. I imagine Metcalf gets a ton of love, as he should. He's just too cheap. Yeah, he's just too cheap for who he is. Sorry, I'm pulling something else up, guys. Yeah, I mean, all these guys are getting love. Heineke, Wilson, Lockett, Metcalf, McLaurin, a little bit less than them. I would have figured that Metcalf would be at the top, but he's not. He's probably my favorite of the bunch, considering the price point. So if I'm looking to captain someone right now, probably be DK Metcalf. Again, I want as many of these top guys as I can get. He's my favorite as far as points per dollar go. And I just think he's a solid look. So, again, I want both quarterbacks. I think it's a slate you definitely want both quarterbacks. If I'm using Metcalf here, I probably want McLaurin over Lockett. And then we're going to have to find some value plays. I mean, it's just what it is. I don't think either D is crazy here. It's not really getting you that much, though. I'm certainly not afraid to take a D against Taylor Heineke. Russell Wilson hasn't looked great. I don't think either kicker's insane here. I don't think that – who was the other guy I was looking at? John Bates is certainly not crazy here. Let's see. If we throw in Bates, we got 1,800 left. You could do worse at 1K than Jared Patterson. Will Dishley, don't hate. Sees a couple targets a game. This could also be where you let's see. Yeah, I mean, you could go. It's just basically the same build. It's tough though. It's tough. You could also try going, only 3 of these guys and then go with the mid tier. I don't really think it's that type of slate though. The mid tier guys that would be in play for me, Gibson. I mean, he's expensive. I think he gets less love than all the others. McKissick, if you think they're trailing, here is a really sneaky look. I don't think he gets much love compared to those other guys at all. Tough to want to spend $6,600 on Alex Collins. With DJ Dallas, just a little bit cheaper. None of these guys are exciting. So for me, if I'm making one lineup for this slate, I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to go DK, give me Russ, give me McLaurin, give me Heineke. Oh, shoot. Now it's where you got to make decisions. Might be where I go right here. I mean, Patterson was a stud in college. Carried the ball 7 times last week at 1K. Probably where I go. He looks like my clear favorite guy that I want to spend down on if I have to spend down, which it looks like it's this slate where I want to spend down. So that's what I got for you guys. Sorry, nothing too elaborate. I don't play a ton of these showdown slates. I'll probably play tonight though, just because I built this lineup. And again, I'm always more of a tournament player. Other cheap guys I like, John Bates. Mentioned him earlier, Freddie Swain. I mean, you can take shots on all these guys in tournaments. On paper, none of them are really guys you can trust. That's why I don't mind just going all the way down to Patterson, knowing that any of these guys could give you a 0. All right, thanks again, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, check out the links I'm going to throw in the video for Jazz Sports and Loose Lines. I'm really excited to be working with these guys and growing our channel. So appreciate you as always. Thanks again.